Darlings, a glass in hand, ready to have a conversation. You already know what it is. Darlings, a glass in hand, ready to have a conversation. You already know what it is. It is Conversations with Destiny right here on Love World USA with me, your favorite girl. Say the name, Destiny Tolly, that is right. And of course, I'm joined by amazing ladies on set today, and we are going to be talking about, black tax, or having to provide for your family. So, I'm not having the conversation alone. I'll start on my left-hand side. Who is this gorgeous lady who's matching with me? Are we matching?
Yes, we are. Hello, everybody. My name is Esther, and I'm so super excited to be back here again. And thank you so much, Destiny, for having me.
Yay, thank you, Sister Esther. And who is on my right-hand side?
Hello, everyone. My name is Deliana. I'm super excited to be here, and I want to say a very big thank you to a highly esteemed man of God, Reverend Dr. Chrissy Oyakhilome. And I also want to say a very big thank you to a highly esteemed Pastor Ose Oyakhilome for this beautiful platform. Thank you, Destiny, for having me.
Absolutely. We cannot thank Pastor Chris and Pastor Ose enough. We love you both so, so much. Now, like I said, we are discussing, the term that has been coined, black tax. Okay, so you probably have heard it on social media and different places, really. And we want to get into that, what that really means. And also, I think it has to do with provision. But, Sister Esther, can you define it for us, please?
Yes, absolutely. So black tax is a term for financial support that a professional or entrepreneur of color is obliged to provide to their family on a continuous basis outside of their own living expenses. Sometimes it is taken on subconsciously as a kind of payback for sacrifices made by previous generations or family members.
That is so, so interesting. And actually, today's topic is also premised on this scripture that we take from 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 8. And it says, anyone who does not provide for their relatives, and especially for their own household, has denied the faith and is worse than an unbeliever.
Yeah.
So we see that the Bible really speaks about the importance of someone providing for their family.
Yeah.
So let's speak about that, Sister Daly. What does it mean to be a breadwinner? What does black tax look like? And, how important is it for one to provide for their family and relatives?
Okay, thank you so much. I think black tax, I don't know if I like the word tax.
Right.
Because it kind of seems so demanding.
Yeah,
right?
you have
like
to
you
do
have to. I feel like it's not a demand. It's more like just, a love gift. It's more like being appreciative of your parents' sacrifices over your life, your family's input to who you are, who you've become. Because think about it, your dad, your mom worked maybe 2-3 jobs to ensure your continuous education, and now you are in a position of, being a blessing back to them. And I don't feel like that should be something that should even be communicated to you. Right. I don't even think that if my mom or my brother, I just thought, what, let me send this token to them. Right. And boy, oh boy, the prayer did not stop. Like, my mom called and thanked me, my brother called and thanked me, and they're so appreciative of it. And, it's so important because the Bible says that he has blessed us, right? And he has made us a blessing to our world.
It just made me remember when I was much younger, because my dad is into furniture, and he would, work on those furniture woods from scratch. And sometimes I would see how brown his fingers are. And sometimes I get to use needle to help him pick up the wood that gets to stick into his fingers. And it's crazy. Those were the sacrifice that he made for me to have a better life. And same with my mom, working and tirelessly just to make sure that she supports. So that for me now that I'm much younger, because we always go younger.
Oh, hello.
Now I'm much younger, I know that it would be a great love for me to give back.
Yes.
And like you said, it's not a demand. It's not something that they even have to ask oh, you should do this. It's just something, just to put a smile on their face and say thank you, you know?
Because parents sacrifice a lot. Like what you're saying,
Yes.
for someone to literally wake up early in the morning. I saw it with my uncle, like how you said
They're
you get
tired
back.
or not, they're
tired
on the
or
go.
not, whether it's raining, come snow, come hail, they have to wake
was
up
my
and
dad.
provide. And get into that,
Right.
Sister Esther.
Yes, like
Yeah.
my dad, I think there was never a time I saw him sick, even though maybe
Yeah,
at some
there'll be times,
point
but
he
he
wasn't
won't
feeling
say.
too well, but he will push himself to go to work.
Right.
Wow.
Yes, and same for my mom as well. And I saw this growing up, and in fact, that was where I kind of learned how to be hardworking, you know, never to give in to anything or as an
Right.
excuse not to work, because I never saw my dad give an excuse. You know, he always pushed himself to ensure that.
And they're doing something for me. I'm just like, oh, I wish I'm able to do this. I wish I'm
Yes.
able to do that. But now, I remember the first time I gave my mom, the first time I came to the US, I had the opportunity to work for a lady. And the first money I got was $500. And I took that money and I put it in an envelope and I gave it to my parents. You need to see the joy in their face. I literally cried just seeing my mom. My mom was dancing, celebrating. That was joy for me. You know, just being able to do that.
Because you went back and said thank you. Because
Exactly.
it wasn't a demand they put on you or pressure, which it can be for a lot of people. But you're going to say, look, thank you. I've seen the
Right.
sacrifices
Yes.
and I want to give this because money represents time.
Yes,
It represents
effort.
value and effort.
Yes.
And you know, you were like, look, I've seen what you've done for me. I'm going to
Yeah.
put this in an envelope and give to you. Because you could have gone on vacation, girl. Okay? But you're like, I'm blessing my parents. We'll continue this conversation after the break. Keep watching.
If you haven't subscribed to Alpha TV, what are you waiting for? Get all the TV and radio stations, watch movies you really want to see, and explore the video on demand feature for your favorite programs. Alpha TV is available on the Apple App Store, Google Play Store, and LoveWorld App Store. Prepare to be entertained and inspired like never before. Download the app, explore Alpha TV, and subscribe today.
Welcome back. You're still watching your favorite conversational program right here on Love World USA. It is Conversations with Destiny. We are talking about the term that has been coined black tax and given back to your family. And of course, if you are a breadwinner at home, please head over to King's Chat. Go to the Love World USA page and talk to us about how you've been able to be a blessing to your family. Of course, we're saying this because we're saying it's a blessing. We're raising really great families, thank the good Lord. But ladies, some people go through a lot, okay? Their parents were very demanding, so the tax part of it is really a thing for some people. The mom was like, I raised you, I changed your diapers, I brought you into this world, and I had to raise you, so I want a house, I want that AMG, okay? She's not playing. So no matter what the child is making, and whatever they give back is not good enough if it's not to that standard that they want, which is so-and-so has a mansion, I want one too. Or even husbands and wives. There are ladies who are like, I want that diamond ring, whether the husband is making this much or that much, doesn't care.
What he did for us is he enabled us to be able to love him. We love because he first loved us. You know, and that is the mindset. So that's what God always extending grace to you. And you in return now you are able to reciprocate with the grace you've received from him, the love back to him. Today we go out to win souls, not because he demands, oh, you have to be something, I'm going to kill you or I'm going to, you know, no pressure.
No pressure.
He has loved you so much. that
Instead, people put pressure, not God. You think, Sister Dilly?
Honestly, what she said is so powerful.
And women
so
too,
key.
to husbands, right?
Right. Because, I mean, it comes to a part where in the family, we're a team, right?
Yes.
So as a team, we'll work together to make it happen.
Yes.
I know as women, of course, it's the man's responsibility to take care of us. We are we're there as helpmates.
Yes.
And that means that when he brings the money to you, or say, this is what we have,
Yes.
you should be able to, because like you said, I think you said something one time, you said women are, they multiply. When you give us one, we'll give you two.
Yes.
And knowing that you have that, let him trust you enough to bring it to you. Because sometimes that can even cause trust issues. Now, the man doesn't want to show because he knows that when I bring it, she's going to want to squander it or spend everything.
Exactly. No, honestly, because that's what I was about to say. When I was growing up, my mom was very transparent with me, for example, right? So she brought the money home and she'd say, this is the check. This is what mommy made for the month.
Yes.
You know, and a lot of kids don't have that experience because their parents wouldn't show them. But my mom showed me. And in fact, I ended up being the one to pay for the mortgage and this with her check. So she'd tell me, this is what we're paying. Come, you're going to town, you're going to pay this, you're going to pay that and that. So that taught me responsibility. So even with her not being on the earth anymore, I was taught to be responsible from a young age. And she showed me her bank pin and everything. So by the time I said, Mommy, I want this or that, she'd be like, well, look at what we have. Is that in the budget? So then I understood. I understood when she said this is what we have and this
Yeah.
is what is, you know, delegated to. So what you're saying about trust is important, and how important is that, especially in a marriage? You get
Yeah.
partners who hide their pins from their partner,
Right.
don't want them to see anything
Right.
because it's like, no, I don't want
Yeah.
you to know how much I make, or, you know, people have policies in place, they don't tell people. How important is
Yeah.
trust?
That could be also be from the point of selfishness too, because it's so important, because for us to be able to work as a team, there must be trust, right?
Yes.